Hello everybody, I'm BeakerTeck, also known as Keegan, and welcome back to Cities Skylines! First thing I need to get off my chest, this is one of the last things I'm recording today, and because it's been 3 weeks since I've recorded anything, no, 4 weeks since I've recorded anything, my throat is dying on me. So, if I start to lose my voice throughout the episode, I do apologize, I can already feel it going, and I'll try and power through, but, you know, that's just what happens when you don't record for 4 weeks and then come back and power through an entire day's worth of recording. But that is not what I'm here to talk about. Today, I'm here to talk about my plans for the future. So obviously, we have filled up this entire island here, and things are going pretty damn well. Traffic is pretty decent. I mean, there's a little bit of build up in here, and by a little bit, I mean it's quite kind of ridiculous. But that's okay. I don't think it's too shocking by any means. I could turn this into like a one-way system here so that this just goes one way and then this is the only way out, which could in theory improve things, and then maybe make that a one-way this way so people have to come all the way up and around. And in fact, you know what, let's go ahead and do that and just see if it's going to help. I genuinely don't know. Do I even have... I don't have one-way 4-lane roads, so we're gonna have to get, and I don't want to use 6 lanes, that's just crazy. That's silly talk, people, Jesus. So let's go ahead and put that in there, and then let's go ahead and put that in there. That is turning that way, so that is now a one-way system. So all these people are gonna have to do a loop-de-loop here. Which isn't going to be ideal. All these people are looping around. So it's going to slow down traffic for the short term, but it will fix things in the long term. Let's just tidy up our districts here. Let's just refill these in, which we can do with the old paintbrush. There we go. Lovely. Right, so we'll do that one there as well. Right, so what was I gonna do? I was gonna talk about the future, my future plans and all that kind of stuff. So we have this island finished, and now that we've done that, it's all finished. So let's move on to the next one, and I have picked this island. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the tourist hotspot, stadium, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna have a football stadium, or just general stadium, I guess, over here, surrounded by sort of stuff like commercial buildings, that kind of stuff, malls and all that kind of stuff, high density commercial. And then on this side, we're going to have like a grid network of high density residential on the outside, and then a strip down the middle of nightlife. So it's going to be commercial, nightlife down the center with residential on the outside, and then we'll have probably like maybe some nightlife over here, but not as much. We might do the center ring around the stadium as nightlife, and then around that standard stuff. We'll see. There will also be a train station and a big old intersection just here. Right, so let's build that. How do I want to do this? I'm kind of thinking it would be cool if it only came off on one side and then you used tunnels for the rest. So I could go ahead, if I get out of sort of cinematic view, if I go here, if I grab this would be kind of cool if it plugged off here. So if we, oops, wrong button, B for bulldozer is what I want. If we go ahead and get rid of all of that, and then we take this and we just put it in there. I want it to point as straight. Do I want it to point as straight down as possible, or do I want it to follow the curve of the roads a little bit more? I think we'll go with the curve of the roads, because that there is a little too much to work with, I think. Maybe. Well, we could put it there. Let's do that, and then let's get rid of these bridges here, and we'll bring that around, and then these as well, we're going to have to do something with. They all go straight, that's fine. And then we'll grab our highway, and this one here goes this way. So we'll bring us sort of up and in like so. It's not quite as straight as I'd like. I think I can get a nicer line through there. Ish, maybe? Maybe if I just did that, or maybe if I just go with a straight line, something like so. I think that works. And then we can come out here, and we can come around like so and down. There we go. So that's that side joined up. And then on this side, all we really need to do is build over like that, and then this one can just sort of build. We'll just come to the edge here, and then we'll go over like that. And it is annoying me that one of these built a bridge and the other didn't. So let's go ahead and bulldoze that section of road, rebuild it with some nice. Maybe if we go straight. Yeah, there we go. So now they both have pillars. They don't quite line up. And I could do something about that, but it kind of looks like they're joint. If you see there, like it's like one pillar supporting two. I don't know. Looks kind of cool. We'll roll with it for now with the offset pillars. Right, so we now have this connection here, which is nice. What do we want to do with it? I think if we bring this all the way down to sort of here, and then this one can come all the way to there as well, and I will flip it around. And that can then turn there. This needs to be flipped like so. There we go. Right, so you come down, you turn around, you go back. That is the highway. It's not quite on the angle I want, actually. You know what? Let's redo that all the way from the base there. Let's take this and let's go out on the angle I want, which is to here. Like that, and then this one can go to just there, and then across, and then again I need to go through and flip those around. Lovely. So that sort of comes out on roughly the angle that I want. And then I'm going to take one lanes off of this out by, let's go half a block every 800 sort of money's worth, which I think is 2 squares. So if we go up to 800, just there, and then we go out by half a square, and we'll come up for another 800 and half a square, and then we can just come over to the other side and easily line up. I said easily line up. Come on. Doesn't quite want to. It doesn't think that there's a join just there. So that's a little annoying. Whoops, that was the wrong thing to delete. So we are going to have a slight offset there. We're going to do the same here. Yeah, so we are going to be slightly offset on one side compared to the other. But that's okay. So there we go. So that's where I want that. And then on this one, again, we're going to be slightly, ever so slightly offset. But that's fine. Then we're going to grab a... Do I want a 4-lane road? Do I want a 6-lane road? I kind of like the idea of having 6-lane with decorative trees, like being really big and flash about this. You know, really showing what the city's got here. Should have brought that out just a little bit, but no one's going to notice that ever so slight angle, other than me. So I might actually go back and redo that. So there we go. So we've got these 6 lanes here. And yes, I am definitely going to go back and redo that section. So let's grab the 6 lane. We need to come up to... Where do we need to come up to? Oh, it's just ever so slightly out. I think I'd rather have that section ever so slightly off than this bit. Right, so we have that, which is kind of cool. We have this, like, the main road surrounded by a ring road. Then this is going to come off down here. It's going to go all the way... I think we might use a curved road for the outside. And it's going to follow quite tightly the curve of the island here. So we'll come out all the way like this. No, actually, we're not going to come out like that. That is not it's not the line I wanted at all. I want it to come to there, and then I want to get rid of that section. Get rid of that section, and these should. I want to join these up slightly nicer. I think there. Yeah, that's better. That's much nicer. That's curving a little bit too much, sort of inland. I'd get a bit of a horrible shape there. So we'll bring that to there. Right. Now this can sort of come across and join there. That's fine. We can have this connect with a straight line down. We have this connect with a straight line there. We can get rid of this boulder there. And then this entire top section we can sort of grid out with space though. I kind of like the idea of having, because this is quite a sort of high-end luxury touristy area, I want to keep there to be, you know, a decent amount of space that I can, I don't know, put trees or paths down. In fact, oh, well, that'd be nice. Let's grab some let's grab pavement paths and go, yeah, down the middle. That's gonna be awesome. I'm definitely gonna be doing that. Not right now, but I will be coming back to it. I just want to flesh it all out first, and then we can get to the decoration a bit later. Now I want to go to the roads. I don't want the big 6 lanes anymore. I think what I'm going to do is grab a 2-lane road with trees and bring that up and across like so. I'm going to turn off snapping because I want to line it up a bit nicer. So we'll go to there, and then we can come down like so. Lovely. So that's one side. And then on this side, we will do a similar thing, except we'll go in, we'll come down to here, and we'll join there. But then we'll do a sort of an interior one just here, which will just have a little bit of a kicker on the end, and then like so. Right, so what I then want to do is say, see, I was going to put the whatchamacallit, the nightlife stuff, the leisure specialization along the edge. But what I might do is do the entire, yeah, see, I got to think about this. Because this is the main sort of road, right, that comes right off the highway. I don't want too many people stopping on it. But then I do want a nice strip down the middle of nightlife. So, you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's just sort of wing it and see what's going to happen. So let's paint a district right down the middle here. Like so. I did mess it up ever so slightly, so we'll just tidy that up. I'll just bring it in just a little bit, and then I can redraw that line. There we go. So that's Forest Square, which no, that's not what it's going to be called. Needs to come out ever so slightly. It just needs to be a little bit of a kicker out there. So I'll go with the medium. Oh, I'm already on the medium. That's the large. Blimey. Actually, no, that's kind of what I want. If I run this up the middle, then that section there, that whole section can be nightlife. And then I'll drop this down to medium, and I'll just clean up. Actually, no, I'll drop it to small. And I'll just clean up along the edge here. And we'll actually bring it just a little bit further. I just want to do something like that. And then clean up the edge and that corner and just sort of bring it round. And then again, the same thing here. We'll just bring this in ever so slightly. Like so. So that's going to be our nightlife stuff. And if we go ahead and say nightlife, there we go. Or leisure specialization, I guess is what it is. The other side might be tourism or something like that. These are going to be just regular old stuff. So we'll go ahead and paint a normal one. So we'll just grab the medium here and we'll just drop this in and around this whole section. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Let's just go ahead and repaint that. I can always tidy it up later. It's fine. So we'll bring this in just here. There we go. Lovely. And then the difficult part going around that tip. Lovely. Right. And now let's just tidy up this edge here. It doesn't quite need to extend out into the water that far. So we'll just bring that around. I do want that to come out a little bit further though. And then we can do a nice tidy up on it like so. And then we'll grab the small one and we'll go just, I kind of want the medium one, but I don't want it to come that far out. We need like something in between the medium and the small. Sadly, I don't have it, but that's fine. So let's just do another, just a small, see, it's cutting too much off. It's ridiculous. Right, that'll do, that's fine. That's the Cozy District, that's Forest Square. Leave some suggestions down below for what they should actually be called, and I will be sure to name them that. Now, I need to connect the power grid up here, and I was almost thinking of just doing like a line of these along. Not that they produce much power, but I think they'd look kind of cool. So I'm just going to do that. I'll go ahead and put... Really? That's not where I wanted you, but that's fine. A line of those down. And then down the end here is going to be high density residential all along the outside here as well. There we go. So that's high density residential. I'll go ahead and hit play, make sure that all turns up. I'm going to leave one blank, and then I'll put another section of high density residential in there. And again, we'll fill out these outside areas. And the reason I'm leaving one blank is purely for aesthetics at this point. Like I don't know if I'm going to put anything there, but for now, it's going to be blank. And in fact, I'm just going to get rid of the trees. Not for any real particular reason. I just kind of want to see what it's going to look like without them. So we'll do that. We do need some services up here. So maybe this blank section here, this particular one anyway, can be the services. So they can have a hospital. They can have a crematorium next to the hospital. They can have a fire station just there. They will need some water. That's fine. They can have a police headquarters there. Rubbish, they are almost so very, very close to being covered by the rubbish. I'm tempted to just take a road out from the tip here across and to here, and then that covers them for rubbish. I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I think that should be fine. We're going to go with standard pipes for now, just to get this whole thing covered. I'll just do down to there for now. That should, in theory, be enough. I like to connect them, so we'll do that. Bring a little bit there, and a little bit just there. Lovely. So you guys won't be complaining about your water. How is the water going? Water's fine. It's all right. Like, it's not perfect, but it'll do. So these guys should be pretty happy. You know what? Because, I mean, I kind of wanted to leave it blank, but it doesn't quite feel right now because it's got those services in there. So we'll just go ahead and fill that up with residential anyway. These will, of course, become nice high-rises. I don't think... Oh, where is it? Here it is. Koji just... I don't think I have a high-rise ban on, so that should be fine. Smoke detector, recycling, parks and recreation, free public transport. That's good. Taxation. Leisure specialized areas stop generating tax income, but get a hefty boost in the entertainment. Maybe not. City planning, small business, big business, high tech. I want to get rid of a high-rise ban. I do not want a high-rise ban here at all. I do want a big business benefactor, not a small business enthusiast, sorry. I would like to encourage biking, studded tires, anti-slip studs, taxation, that should all be fine. I could almost do a tax relief for high density. But but I don't see, I mean, it make people more wanting to move in, but I don't really see the need for it. Right. That should mean that this section here gets some, where's that sun? Where is that sun? I can't quite see it. It must be setting somewhere though. Over here, I assume, considering that's where the shadow's coming from. But yeah, that should give us... Oh, everyone's cold. Everyone is very, very cold. Oh, no. The roads are covered in snow. All the roads are absolutely covered in snow. Huh. Okie dokie. Right. I'm going to end the episode there, and we will deal with that in the next one. But that is the beginning of the new island, which I'm very, very excited about. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.